So you know that sequel Fast X Part 2? Wondering if it's truly going to wrap up the whole franchise? Well, let me spill the beans on all you need to know about the movie, like when it might hit theaters, who might be in it, and the big question, is The Rock making a comeback? Let's dive in. Dominic Toretto, the man who lives his life a quarter mile at a time, has been keeping us on the edge of our seats with his 2-hour escapades hitting the big screen every couple of years. In 2023, we saw him facing off against Dante Reyes in Fast X, the first part of a showdown that's been brewing since Fast 5. Dante, with his flair and cunning, proved to be a formidable foe capable of outsmarting Dom and his crew of expert drivers turned heist masters. Of course, with stakes this high, it's only fitting that we get a second installment, Fast X Part 2, to ensure our heroes come out on top this time around. Vin Diesel, the man behind Dom since 2001, teased fans at CinemaCon in April 2023 ahead of Fast X's premiere, saying, "This summer is just the beginning of Fast X." He expressed gratitude for the fan support, promising that with their love and dedication, the Fast saga will continue. Vin then announced the privilege of returning for Part 2 in 2025. However, with the setbacks caused by the writers and actors strikes of 2023, it's uncertain if the release date will hold. But as true Fast fans know, you never lose faith in Dom. After all, you don't turn your back on family. While specific plot details for Fast X Part 2 are still under wraps, it's a safe bet to assume that the movie will revolve around Dom's crew confronting Dante, played by Jason Momoa, once and for all. In Fast X, we witnessed a string of intense events, but here's the gist. Dante is the son of the late Hernan Reyes, portrayed by Joaquim de Almeida, the notorious drug lord from whom the crew stole a whopping $100 million back in Fast 5 in 2011. Seeking vengeance for his father's death and the loss of his family fortune, Dante proves to be both eccentric and cunning, presenting the toughest challenge yet for Dom's crew as he outwits them at every twist and turn. So, buckle up for what promises to be another high-octane ride as Dom and the gang face off against their most formidable adversary yet. At the gripping finale of Fast X, almost every character's destiny was left hanging in the balance. Dante's explosive scheme on the bridge put Dom and his son Little B in jeopardy. Meanwhile, Ames, Dante's associate, targeted the plane carrying Roman, Tej, Han, and Ramsey, preventing them from reaching Dom in time. Dom's brother Jacob heroically sacrificed himself to protect Little B. And, in a shocking twist, Giselle was revealed to be alive, defying her apparent demise from Fast and Furious 6. By the movie's end, she was en route to rescue Letty and Cypher from a clandestine facility in Antarctica. With so much uncertainty and surprises, the stage is set for another adrenaline-fueled chapter in the Fast saga. While no official casting announcements have been made for Fast X Part 2, it's highly anticipated that the entire crew will make a comeback, with the potential exception of John Cena's character Jacob Toretto, who met his end in Fast X. However, in the Fast universe, death isn't always the end, so don't count them out just yet. Here's who we expect to see revving their engines in the next installment. Vin Diesel, Dominic Toretto. The heart and soul of the franchise, Dom will undoubtedly return for the next ride. His fate after the bridge explosion in Fast X remains a mystery, but there's no Fast and Furious without Dom and his family. Michelle Rodriguez, Letty Ortiz. Locked in a black site with Cypher in Fast X, Letty seems poised for a daring escape with help from the supposedly deceased Giselle. Tyrese Gibson, Roman Pierce. After his space adventure in F9, Roman faced danger once again in Fast X when his plane was shot down. A core member of the crew, it's a safe bet that Roman will be back. Ludacris, Tej Parker. Like Roman, Tej was also on the ill-fated plane. Fans have loved him since his debut in Too Fast, Too Furious, so his return seems inevitable. Sung Kang, Han Lu. Despite his death in Tokyo Drift, Sung Kang's Han made a triumphant return in F9 and was last seen on the doomed plane. Given Kang's love for the franchise, it's likely he'll be back for the finale. Nathalie Emmanuel, Ramsey. The mastermind behind the God's Eye, Ramsey's expertise will surely be needed once again. Jason Statham, Deckard Shaw. Now a good guy, Deckard's mission to rescue his mother from Dante adds another layer of intrigue to the mix. Jordana Brewster, Mia Toretto. Mia may not have had much to do in Fast X, but her presence as Dom's sister and Brian's partner suggests she'll return. Jason Momoa, Dante Reyes. Expect Momoa to reprise his role as the over-the-top villain Dante for the thrilling conclusion. Charlize Theron, Cypher. Once a formidable adversary, Cypher now allies with the crew against Dante. Her fate in Antarctica hangs in the balance. Gal Gadot, Giselle Yashar. Thought to be deceased, Giselle's return signals more surprises in store for the crew. Other potential returnees include Alan Ritchson, Brie Larson, Scott Eastwood, Helen Mirren, and Rita Moreno. Keep an eye out for Kurt Russell's character, Mr. Nobody, whose absence may play a significant role in the sequel's plot. Now, the burning question on everyone's mind, is Dwayne Johnson making a comeback in Fast X Part 2? In a jaw-dropping mid-credit scene, the biggest twist of all unfolded, revealing that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is seemingly returning to the franchise after a highly publicized off-screen feud with Vin Diesel. The scene depicted Johnson's character, Luke Hobbs, receiving a call from Dante, who ominously informed him that he's the next target for revenge. Hobbs, unfazed, responded with his trademark confidence, saying, "Well, I ain't hard to find." While it's not officially confirmed whether Johnson will be part of Part 2, all signs seem to point to yes. Vin Diesel himself acknowledged the significance of Johnson's return, stating in a featurette included with the movie's Blu-ray release, "It was no easy task because so much has been created in this universe. To tie up all these storylines, this character needed to come back into the mythology." Now, another burning question besides Rock's presence in the final movie is Fast X Part 2 the last Fast and Furious movie? Fast X Part 2 has been referred to as the finale or grand finale by Vin Diesel in a recent Instagram post, seemingly confirming that it is indeed the last movie in the franchise. Diesel expressed immense excitement for this grand finale, describing it not just as an ending, but as a celebration of the remarkable family they've built together over the years. This aligns with Diesel's previous statement that the Fast saga would conclude after 11 movies, with Fast X Part 2 being the 11th film, excluding the 2019 spin-off Hobbs Shaw. Although Diesel hinted at the possibility of Fast X being a trilogy during the premiere in Rome, it now seems that Fast X Part 2 will mark the end of an era after all. As for the release date, Vin Diesel has stated that Fast X Part 2 is scheduled to hit theaters on April 4, 2025. While this date may seem ambitious, given the unpredictability of film production, fans are eagerly anticipating another thrilling installment in the Fast saga. Well, that's it for today. Are you excited for the epic conclusion of the Fast saga? Who's your favorite character in the franchise? And what do you hope to see in the final installment? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates. See you next time!